And he's going to end up on top. A 5-0 decision for Drew Cleary. And he finishes in 5th place here at the Ivy League tournament. Giles closed the gap a little bit in the 5th place bout. But Drew Cleary gets the 5th place finish. We'll move on to 184. Now look at the lone takedown of the match. That was early on, and then Cleary was just in control the rest of the way. Moving on to 184, Luke Rada of Harvard and Andrew Reall Brown.
4 qualification spots here, which were determined in the semifinal of the championship round.
Yeah, the top 2 seeds, Chris Foca and Maximus Hale, going to go at it in the finals this evening. And then Nick Fine of Columbia, the 4 seed, as well as Cole Mulhauser of Princeton, the 3 seed.
Quick throw by Rada here.
Rada
trying to stay in as best as he can.
Rada was behind the back, unable to secure control. And out of bounds they go, they get a restart.
Making contact here, these two. Rada, we saw a quick throw by, and here it is again into a single leg, elevates it on the edge, looking to elevate that leg and kick. Tries to go the other way and pull the head. And Reall continuing to defend this single leg. Tough position, and Rada brings it back to the center so that he can have enough room to finish this shot.
Reall's got some balance here on one leg. Rada just trying to do everything possible to finish the dive in the leg. And now Reall re-attacking here, and we're going to get injury time here. Looks like Luke Rada a little shaken up, and he was walking gingerly before on the last stoppage. He does have that left leg bandaged up, and he's holding it again.
Quick replay here. Rada doing a good job of looking for that leg, and that knee is getting pulled out just a tad on the edge.
Rada is okay as they have to work that out, and it's pretty, the sleeve on there, I'm sure there's a brace underneath there. It could be bandaged up as well.
Yeah.
Just don't want to get too dinged up here.
End of your season, you know, I think these guys are wrestling 5th, 6th place. Got to protect your body if you're going to be able to wrestle a couple more seasons.
Rada's going to walk gingerly back towards the center of the mat. Seems to be all right. He will continue. Halfway through the first. And Reall's going to choose down after the injury time was taken.
Hard ride by Rada into that crab ride and back up. Reall doing a good job of following, staying on his feet when he can. They're going to go out.
Rada's still on top. We restart in the center. 2 bouts to go in for the 5th place matches on mat number 2. Trying to stand back to his feet, and he cuts away. He's out for 1. Andrew Reall on top 1-0, courtesy of the escape.
On the board is Reall here on mat 2, 5th place bout. Still 1 minute left in the first. A lot of wrestling ahead of us.
Less than a minute to go in this first period.
All right, bounce, bounce. Go over the arm, over the arm. Over the arm.
See if Rada can get some more action going.
Diving for a leg again. And Reall dominating the center of the mat here, pushing Rada down to the edge. Rada circling as hard as he can. Reall pulling to a front head, but they're going to go out of bounds. Not much of a runner there on that side of the mat.
25 seconds now.
Fast in on a high crotch shot is Real.
Just kind of dumped him here. He's going to shell that leg.
He gets sat to a crackdown position, but Rada unable to hip up. And now with that leg shelved, sometimes it's only a matter of time before you score those 3 points once you get that leg shelved in a crackdown position. And short time in this first period. It's going to be 4-0 for Real. From Brown into the second period. It's going to be Red's choice. Red defers to Green. And Real takes bottom.
So we had a false start from everybody here on mat number 2 as there were whistles over on mat 1 with a fall. Now we are starting the second period here on mat number 2 as Real cuts away. He's up 5-0.
And both wrestlers level changing and meeting in the middle. Quick drag attempt by Rada, looking for that angle, trying to cut to that leg, but unsuccessful here. And it seems to be he's doing all right on that leg. Quick high crotch attempt by Real, but head blocked by Rada. Here on the edge, Rada shoots another shot off. Real catches front head, is trying to stuff the head in the hole and captures that other leg. He's gonna get 3-point takedown here.
8-0 lead now for Andrew Reall. Working on a major decision. Luke Rada was active in the first period, but has slowed down since, and now Reall starting to turn it on as he concedes the escape. Less than a minute to go in the period, and now you see Reall just starting to go back to his offense, lowering his level. Shot again by Reall. Drive him out of bounds. Rada looking to square back up towards the center. Using that underhook on the left side.
Throw by attempt there.
Nearly shucked him on by.
Yeah, almost. We've seen that a couple of times in this match. Seems to be what it's kind of his bread and butter, but there's no step that follows the shuck. It's kind of only upper body right now. He's unable to find his angle.
Reall gets a takedown here, is able to fight through the position. He's up 11-1. And with short time in the second period, Reall's riding time starting to build. And we will head to the third period. Andrew Reall of Brown up by 10 going into the final 2 minutes, trying to finish in 5th place. Started neutral, opening 10 seconds of the third period. Reall working on that front head. Trying to chase the back now, head in the hole here. Looking for a leg, and he's gonna get another takedown. It is 14-1. Gonna cut him, 14-2, right back in on a shot. It's a double, and Andrew Reall's gonna finish things off here with one last takedown and a 17-2 tech fall for Andrew Reall. He finishes in 5th place.
Strong finish.
Dominant display.
5th place win by technical fall. Heading into our heavier weights, moving to 197. Here at 197 pounds on mat 2.
Thomas Sandoval of Brown.